problems. Hey, I try to play the right way. I try to be the best player I can be every possession. What's the problem? What am I doing to y'all?
Yeah. New day, still the same shit. Constantly contemplating the lane switch. Anytime I fall short of the growth, I hate it. Future me see the current me like that, ain't it? I'm in constant beef with myself, cause you niggas can't phase me, honestly. Solid on and off line, that's how I gotta be. I don't portray. Y'all got fluff in y'all jackets like shit was North Face. What more can I say? I feel like I set it all up on those 5 tracks. Gave y'all my life in the classic, that's what they call that. That's real rap. Before that, I was him and I'm still that. The more raps y'all niggas drop, I see y'all still whack. Y'all screaming get it back in blood, ain't never spilled that. It's all fake under them layers when they peel back. It's all fake under them layers when they peel back. When they peel back. Yeah, that ain't your life that you rapping, you dramatize it. Put it all over a beat and monetize it. The quote unquote real ones that y'all be idolizing. Same ones that throw dirt on my name when y'all in private. It's all a facade. In the desert shit, it's all a mirage. Name 100 realest niggas, dog, they all in disguise. The old me would pray for all your demise. Now I choose to keep it love and let y'all fall when it's time. So tell me why they want war with me. Instead of chasing this money, okay, that's more for me. Me, my wife, and my kids just flew priority. How dare a gym pop nigga say he employing me? Y'all niggas starving for blood, I just ignore the fleas. Y'all super salty, y'all know I'm superiority. Swear that all of y'all ceilings is just the floor to me. Fuck money, y'all mind states, that's what's poor to me. Y'all niggas poor to me.
I'll put the basketball on the floor. I can probably make 43% of my shots if I shoot them like that. But that's not really going to do nothing for us with the outcome of the game, because we got a nice flow. Everybody touching the rock, everybody shooting and scoring. So I'm not going to get in the way of the game because, I want to have a little back and forth with Patrick Beverly. I'm Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
You know who I am.
Run it up, Blondo.
I know who I am.
Yeah, look, I don't really do this shit often. Usually I'm speaking life, today I'm bringing them coffins. Niggas talking online, get out line when they talking. Offline and off the record, niggas don't want no problems. I don't miss, it's all switch from any spot that I pick. You ain't lit, it's all bricks with every shot that you sent. I'm unfazed and unimpressed with all those bars that you pin. 10 years to your career, you should restart it again. I mean from scratch though, you niggas all whack though. That thug shit a act, bro. I'm still for peace, but keep a piece of steel in the satchel. Niggas say they OGs and never been stamped. I'm first option everywhere like I'm Kevin Durant. So don't ever question me on my impact. My resume got 3 words on it, I did that. Half the graphics in this culture, I drip that. I'm over niggas giving my awards to the riff rap. We really know, we know who capping and who holding it down. Y'all just trying to shake hands, have a coke and a smile. Y'all don't want to be the best, don't want to go for the crown. Showcase lineups is looking like Golden Corral. In my 35th year, I'm making veteran moves. For my legacy, I'm careful with the records I choose. I'm too busy to be checking for dudes. Y'all be worried about my spot, nigga. Just know that I'm better than you. Yeah.
Like, oh, good man, the love you've given to me.
Hey, baby. Oh shit! It was a setup. It was a process.
What was the process?
Yes. What's up, everybody out there? What's up? What's up? What's the vibes on this nice Friday night? Where y'all watching from? Definitely let us know where y'all tapped in from. Definitely go over to our Facebook page for better or worse. If you're watching from anywhere, we want to get the traffic going over there, because where you might be watching from, we might not be able to see your comments. We might not be able to see your comments on the screen. So if you're commenting and we're not seeing them, definitely go to our For Better or Worse Facebook page, and we'll start to see our comments from there. But what's good with y'all, man, on this Friday night, man? We in here. I'm here with me and my wife. I am VA Verse. I am with the incomparable, beautiful, wonderful, hold me down a full, take care of me a full, rub my back a full.
Is that a word? Take
Yes,
care of me a fool?
to take care of me a foe, all of that. My queen, the wonderful Z. Some of y'all know her as Simone. Some of y'all know her as Novels by Z.
Before
Who
we
wrote a damn
continue,
book.
it's just me and you.
Book.
Why is my face red? Like I feel.
Are you nervous? Are you blushing?
I don't go on live. This is your avenue.
This is
That took
podcasting is my thing.
a while to get here because it took a minute
For us to set this
up.
up, yes. I tried to. You see now that this is a process. We don't get to look this good. We don't just get to look this good. Like it doesn't just happen. Like there's a lot of people out there that'll there's a lot of people out of there that'll go take their phones and hit the live button and set that bitch up on something like that and then be like, yeah, podcast, new podcast. Hey, that's not no fucking podcast.
Don't talk about people
That's-
if that's all they got, that's all they got. It started from
They
the
need
bottom.
to upgrade. It takes a lot to do this.
Apparently, because we've been here for 72 hours.
Yes, we have. And each one of those hours have been to set this up, to get these mics together, to get this camera set up, all of this live feed stuff, all of this stuff. It don't come easy. It don't come easy.
Okay.
Shout out to everybody watching. Shout out to the homie J Hound. Shout out to Nate the Great. Shout out to DJ I. We appreciate y'all for being here. He said, what's good? What's good what y'all doing tonight? Man, we up here wilding. Some of us know her as Verse Wife.
I have no identity.
Damn.
I have no identity. I have no name.
Miss Verse. How does that make you feel if they be like, oh, hi, Miss Verse?
I'd be like Simone, but hello. I mean,
Okay.
I don't mind. I mean, I am your wife.
You'd
So.
rather people know you by name though, not as Verse's wife.
Especially if I know them.
Right.
So I'm like, hey, Tronquavius.
Right.
How you doing? Oh, hey, Verse wife. I'm just dwindled down to
okay.
Verse wife.
Like yes, like what if you call somebody like Versus? Hey, Versus customer, like Versus client.
Right.
Okay, I can dig that.
I mean, I don't mind, but I'll
I
probably be like,
Thank you. Auntie says she digging the set. This is not even a set.
Hey,
we're literally in our living room on our lovely couch that we love so much that we got when we came out here.
Yeah, it's amazing.
We were gonna pod in my area that I normally pod in, my office area that I normally do my pod in, but I thought that this show deserved its own look, like its own vibe. And one night, me and wifey, me and Simone, we were sitting on the couches right where we're sitting right now, and we were talking about something. And and while we were talking about it, I was just listening to her and admiring her beauty and admiring what she was saying. And I was like, "Are you okay over there?"
I saw a comment that made me double take. Okay.
And what we were talking about was like super interesting. So I was like, all right, I was like, it's just mad dope. This is like podcast material. Like what we were talking about was podcast material. And I was like, damn, this is the perfect spot for us to pod. Like we can literally pod right here on the couch. I feel comfortable. I'm looking at you, you're looking at me, and we can make this happen, make this crack off.
And I'm in my spot.
Yes.
This is legit my spot. Nobody is allowed to sit here, even though people be putting they stink butts in my spot, and I don't appreciate it. But this is my spot, so this just means much more now because now it's my pod spot.
That is her spot, and she don't play about her spot either.
I really don't.
She don't play
sit
about
in my
her
spot. I don't appreciate it. And it was Tronquavius. That was the name.
What was that name? Yeah, Tronquavius. Yep. Tronquavius. Yep. That's what a lot of times thank you for the overlay too. This is gonna look different next week. I promise you it's gonna look different next week. There's gonna be an intro, all of that stuff. But we wanted to come in and kind of just show our faces.
Jump in head first.
Yep, jump in head first. Let you guys know that we are starting a season 2, that we are looking to have guests come on, primarily couples. But if anybody would like to come on and have couple conversations, 100%, we're open to coming on. I felt inspired because our church out here doesn't just welcome couples for the marriage ministry sessions. So I felt inspired by that because yes, marriage might be the goal, maybe not for everybody, and this will segue into our first topic. but marriage might not be the goal for everybody. But if you're having a marriage group and the people that it is a goal for, why would you exclude people who might want to be married or might want to be in a relationship? Why wouldn't you involve those people and give them the tools and the right things to help them get towards that, find the right person, or to build a relationship with the person that they're building it with to eventually get to being married?
That's facts. So everyone is welcome.
Me and my pillow. Is it a body pillow? Is that what they call them? The long pillows that you lay on? You used to have one of those. Is it called a body pillow?
I called it my pregnancy pillow because that's when I used it.
Okay.
Was when I was pregnant. That pillow was the truth. That pillow was the truth. And I think I
used to put a t-shirt on one of my t-shirts on the pillow, right?
I did until we broke up, and then t-shirt was gone. T-shirt wear.
Where did my t-shirt go?
I don't know. It probably burned it. I don't know.
Did you ever burn my clothes before?
No, I wanted to, cut them up and then put the gasoline on it and then set it afire and then throw the ashes upon the forest. But I didn't do it.
So if you're going to burn it to ashes, what's the cut up part for? What are you cutting it for?
Because you get out your rage and your frustration and your anger. It's like, this nigga, it's all of that. It's like, it's more for me. But no, I never did it.
Okay. All right. So anyways, my clothes were missing. I'm pretty sure I'm missing that shirt, like whatever shirt that was. I'm pretty sure that I've been longing to see that shirt again. But
what shirt was it?
I don't know. Whatever shirt it is, I'm pretty sure that at some point I was like, man, I really, really think that life could be a lot better if I still had that shirt. I'm pretty sure that I thought that at some point in time about whatever shirt that was. Nonetheless, so we wanted to talk about to you guys. We wanted to ask you guys, and you guys have the open floor to ask us anything that you want to ask us. We'll be open and honest with you guys about whatever it is that you ask. But we wanted to ask you guys first, how you guys felt about marriage. Do you feel like marriage is important? Like, do you feel like marriage is the goal for you at some point? And then overall, like, is marriage really important in modern day society? Like, I know that, R&B is different. That's one of the main things. Like, as far as you're talking about love in music, R&B was like the love music, right? Would you say, like, out of all the genres, like R&B was the love genre?
Right.
That was the genre you would go to for love.
Country too.
But country be having some heartbreak in that motherfucker, bro.
R&B.
Country, yeah, you're right. R&B. So, but that's the put
that Keisha Cole
that's
on.
That's the anonym of love. Like, that's the opposite of love. So, like, those go together pretty much. So you can't have love without heartbreak, right?
Facts. And I think country and R&B, they go hand in hand. Because when you heartbroken, you can find them songs that just that bring it out.
All of the single people out there, do you want to get married? Are you in a relationship? Do you want to marry the person you're in a relationship with? Don't if they're watching with you, obviously don't put that comment in there. Or if they might see it, don't put that in there. If you don't want to marry them and y'all in a relationship, what are y'all doing if you don't want to marry them and y'all in a relationship? But anyway, is marriage important?
Hold on, you're not just gonna skip past that. Some people's just out here having fun. I mean, I don't condone it anymore.
So what's the relationship for? If you're not gonna build towards something?
Because I mean, again, some people are just having fun. Some people just out here wild and selling notes.
Selling notes, huh?
I mean, that's what some people, subscribe. That's what they subscribe to. It's nasty.
That shit's strong.
How long has it been since you had anything to drink?
It's been about 5 months.
That's why it's strong.
It's been about 5 months. No. It's been 5 months since I smoked. It's been maybe like 4 because I did have a drink when we went out. I had a beer or something when we went out to that barbecue place when we first moved out here.
What is one thing you do to make each other happy?
What is one thing we do to make each other happy? So you got one, or should I go first?
What is one thing I do to make you happy?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, it doesn't take much to make you happy, to be honest. But I just try to make you feel.
Trying to say I'm easy?
Babe, you easy like Sunday morning, bro. Do we need to get into the subject of how easy you is? Okay, we'll say that for another time. Anyway, back to what I was saying.
Seem like I'm just a thought or something. I just give myself to you. Easily.
Do you see? I'm trying to stay away from
the sexualities.
No, I'm trying to stay away from letting everybody know how easy you is. Like you be DTF, like you be ready, like panty ball.
All right, so since you want to say that, no, since you want to say that too, like ladies, okay. Ladies, listen.
We getting away from the
listen. Already. No, we is getting away from the question, but I just want to say this, ladies. If you gonna elect to help your man remove his boxers, his briefs, whatever he wear, his underwear. If you're gonna elect to help him remove them, remove them the right way, fellas. Come on, I know I'm speaking out there for y'all right now. Don't help me take my drawers off if they gonna end up in a panty ball. If they gonna end up rolled up. No, that's not how men take off their drawers.
First of all, you don't be worried about nobody panty ball until after the festivities.
Because see, I don't know that it happened until later on. I'll see it on the floor and I'm like, bro, what the fuck?
And then it don't matter. It don't matter though. You supposed to be walking in your bliss.
No, I feel
you don't be demasculated when the draws be in the panty ball.
I feel
when it's about to go down. You do not be caring. And then when they're in the smoke clear, then it's oh no, I'm demasculated because I got a panty ball. Like bro, it's fine.
I feel emasculated. I don't like the fact that my boxers.
How do you feel emasculated? But it keeps happening.
So Auntie asked us.
Right on.
Auntie asked us what we do to make each other happy. So it's the little thing. Oh, go ahead.
So, like I said, like you're not hard to make happy, which is good. If anything, I just try to make you feel special. So, like it'll start in the morning, and I may make you breakfast, and then I may go get your favorite snacks, or I may go. It's just doing the little things, watching movies, playing Red Dead, playing Resident Evils, playing GTA.
I love that you play games with me. Gaming is one of my
love languages.
Actually, absolutely.
So, and it's just, I think it's just spending time and making you feel special. So it's a lot of ways that I can make you happy. I could just get you some of your favorite lotions. I can buy you a pair of socks out of the blue. Like it's not hard to make you happy. You got the corner of my book is bent.
It wasn't like that at first?
It was not. It was in a box.
I don't know how it got like that. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I don't know how it got like that. I'm sorry. So vice versa. Yeah, it's the little things for you as well. Like you're not that hard to make happy either. You like a good meal, so cooking for you is nice to is nice and nice to do. I know I could make you happy with that. Taking you out, you like stuff like that. Little things, buying you flowers, just a little stuff. Just a little stuff. You just have to know your person. You have to know your partner and know what it is that they like.
Them just because gifts, and not even just gifts, but those just because gestures do, they hit different. They definitely do. Like not even gifts. Like I'm not even a gift person, and I've been trying to write a Christmas list for like 2 weeks, and I'm still at 0. So thanks. I'm just not a gift. I'm not a gift person. But like little gestures, even if you just write me something or whatever, it's good. Yeah. My bad, Auntie. It did go XXX real quick. My bad.
Gordo, I appreciate you. Yeah, I did get that, and you will be getting a communication soon about that contest.
Oh, thank you, Asia.
It's the Caps and Crowns. What she said?
She says I love her. Thank you.
Oh, shout out to Asia.
I am truly not a live person, so I'm still a little bit nervous, but it's coming. It's coming off. It is chilly up in here. Let me get the tortilla.
Exactly how I like it. Exactly how I like it in here.
Got the tortilla. Thanks, brother.
Letting him pod for hours and make flowers. Oh, she said that's something you could do. Letting him pod for hours.
Who said that?
DJ, I said that. And make flyers.
He does pod for hours. Caps and crowns. It'd be like 6 hours.
Lady Tay.
Hey, what's in your cup? Hey, friend. No, he do be podding for hours. It'd be like 6 hours on Caps and Crowns.
Don't be that long.
It'd be 6 hours, fam. You and what is it? Shoot, I forgot his name.
What? Corey?
No, what do I call him? Collarbone Corey, thank you, because I forgot it for a second. You, Collarbone Corey, Minnie, just laughing it up, just chuckling up for hours. Like, you have
that
a
used to
family.
annoy you too. So anyway, I highlighted the comment because we kind of moved a little bit because we got asked the question and we went off. So again, anybody watching, we are open for you guys to ask us anything. But DJ Oz said that times are changing. She doesn't think there's a lot of people looking to get married.
I don't believe so either. I have a friend. I won't say her name because I'm not sure if she wants her name to say, but she does to be said, but she doesn't want to get married. I truly believe that is people's opinions until they find the one who's worth marrying. To be completely honest, I mean, I would not have thought married. I'm gonna be real.
Well, what's the significance of marriage?
I'm gonna be real. When I was out in the world,
the streets.
Don't say it like that. But I was in the streets.
streets.
When I was in the world, don't put words in my mouth. But I wasn't. Being in a committed relationship was the last thing I wanted to do. Granted, that's why the game isn't only for boys, ladies and gentlemen. However, you know, I wasn't trying to be married. I didn't even want no boyfriend. I didn't have boyfriends like talking about. Anybody want to be tied down all the time just looking at the same person? Like that wasn't my cup of tea until you meet the right person that allows you, or you want to change your ways or whatever you're doing or whatever the case may be. It makes you want to be a better person, not only for them, but for both of you. So I say that people say that they don't want to get married until they find the one that's worth it. Well, and some people never do.
Yeah, and some people never do find that person. Some people might find that person and feel like marriage still isn't the answer for them. They might feel as though that they, could go further, like, or they can go the rest of their lives being with that person without being married. Some people do look at marriage as just like a piece of paper. Now, that's not true. Marriage is more than just a piece of paper. Even if you don't believe in the institute of marriage, in the country of United States of America, marriage is more than just a piece of paper.
And Auntie is right. She said the problem with that is that you don't have any rights. If the person gets sick, their family would make all of the decisions and they could sell the house. And that's completely true. I could have lived with you for 25 years. And then if something happens, somebody else could come in and snatch your home from right under you. Mm-hmm. That's completely true. I mean, some people just don't. I mean, a lot of people deal with sucky individuals whom they have chosen, but regardless, they've been with just sucky person after person after person. No matter how much you try to make a relationship work, it just don't. People got these loser men and women who just suck, and you're putting all your time and your energy. Just like, why would I marry this? Yeah. Why would I want to do this all the time? But when you find that one, and don't look at us and be like, oh yeah, it was easy for y'all. It was not.
It won't. You trying to tell the people that it won't easy for us? Yeah, Auntie knows.
Auntie knows.
Auntie knows it was not easy for us.
The bad, and
it won't easy for her.
It won't. Not them 2-a-days. Not them 2-a-day counseling sessions.
It won't easy for her.
Shout out to the best counselor in the world. But it wasn't easy. Me and Verse getting here, not easy at all. And any relationship, anybody who's been in a relationship, who has been married for the last that was married for 10, 20, 30 years, they will tell you it is hard. It is hard work. So I mean, if you're willing to stick in there, it's the best, but you have to do it with the right person.
You want to know what's even crazier about that? So me and you have been married for 13 years, correct? Or is it 13? It's 13. No, it's 14 next
May.
Next May. Mm-hmm. So we've been married for 14 years, 13 years, 14 years, right? And And shout out to Cadillac Rome, the homie. We do definitely look forward to having you and the wifey on the podcast again. Shout out to Cadillac Rome. He'll testify. He might be able to testify to this as well. We went through a lot of struggles early on in our marriage, for years in our marriage, right? And through the grace of God, through whatever reason kept us together, I'm sure we can name a whole bunch of different reasons that we stayed together when we faced turmoil every time. But we fixed our marriage, like we fixed our relationship, fixed our marriage somewhere around 2017, 2018, right? And we got on the right path, like really, really right on the right path. And this was under 10 years, right? Close to 10 years, around 7 years, right? And then after we fixed our marriage and we were kind of, and we were on the right path, we fell into coasting. We fell into coast mode. We fell into autopilot. And then that itself was a cancer to our relationship.
That itself. And then sometimes you do get to a point where you start to self-sabotage.
Yeah.
And if you're used to always going through something with someone, you're always waiting for that next shoe to drop.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I know that we cool today, but what's going on? It's not going to stay cool. It's not, so you get to that point where you're like, you're waiting for the other shoe to drop, and then, you start self-sabotaging or you're coasting and all that stuff. So it's just the point of, are you willing to continue?
Yeah.
And of course, no domestic violence or anything like that. Like if that's your situation, no, do not see that through. Man or woman, get out of that situation.
All the other shit though.
But I believe everything else can be fixed if you both want it to be fixed.
Absolutely. Both people have to be there, willing to try, and both people have to go through the steps. Shout out to Auntie, if y'all see her in the comments, F. Lisa Miller, who is
the best.
Who is technically a family friend, but in our hearts, she is our auntie.
That is Auntie.
She is our mentor. She's our counselor.
That is family. I love her.
She means so much to our relationship and to us personally. When me and Simone were going through some rough times, we were looking for counselors. We had this one older white lady who was counseling us. So she was a psychiatrist or whatever. I don't know the difference.
She was team Verse.
So, and that's a problem, right? So some people might be like, oh yeah, well, Verse was cool with that too. And I might've been in that moment because I felt like, I was I had the upper hand. Now, even in situations, maybe I was right in some of those situations, but she wasn't carrying that correctly. The counselor, whatever. And also it's important to have a counselor who can relate to you. You need Black people. You probably need a Black counselor. You probably need somebody Black to talk to.
Which, to be honest, I heard people when they say it, but I'm not a person that says I don't see color. I definitely know that you're Black or know that you're white or whatever the case may be. But I didn't understand how true that is of having a counselor or a psychologist that knows your same struggles.
Shares your experience.
Yeah. Because a Black person will know what it's like to be a Black person. A Black woman knows what it's like to be a Black woman. Like being Black is its own language to me. So someone that can speak your own language and really just be like, and someone who's in the middle. Even though I knew Auntie first, she never cut me any slack. She was never like, oh, well, and she calls me Moni, which I love it. But she was never like, oh, Moni, you're doing the right thing, when she knew that I wasn't. She'd pull that coattail so hard and so quick.
And Auntie, I don't know if I've ever told you this or if Simone's ever told you this. I don't know if I've ever expressed this out loud, but I was skeptical. When she was like, oh, I have a work friend who, I was like, who is this lady that she about to try to get to come talk about that's going to take her side, who she done already talked to about everything about me. So this lady about to come in, prejudged, already got me figured out, already ready to hit me with, well, you did. And now I'm just one. It's just 1 against 2. This is what I thought was going to happen coming into this. Absolutely. 100%. I was like, I ain't jacking it.
I won't jacking you. So I was like, look, either we do this or we don't. Like I couldn't stand your black ass. Stand you. But nonetheless, she was amazing. And she helped put those pieces back together. And then several years down the line, she helped put them pieces back together again. So I mean, that's very, and I think
which I want to say that I think the second time she had a little less work to do because we were just a little better equipped, and we just needed her. We just needed. I think more than anything, we just needed the familiarity of that person who means reconciliation for us. Like she represents, of course, more than that for us, right? But she represents reconciliation in our marriage, for sure.
Definitely, I love her. She's just amazing. But also, I think that having a counselor is always good for relationships because sometimes you need that mediator, sometimes you need that person in there to help you learn how to talk to each other. So I definitely think that is
because communication is everything. People will ask a million times what is the most important thing in a marriage. In a marriage, take away marriage, just any person, human to human relationship. Any human to human relationship, doesn't matter. The number one most important thing is communication. So many marriages or relationships, whatever it may be, friendships, family members, all of the beef, all of the breakups, all of the turmoil is usually some combination of bad communication.
Definitely, because y'all not hearing each other. Like, it's funny because I was talking to my daughter yesterday. She was like, we were just discussing her attitude or something. We were talking, and she was like, yeah. And then when we start to talk, but we start to talk at the same time, and I'm like, that's arguing.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, well, no, because we're talking, but I'm trying to get out what I'm trying to say, and you're trying to get out what you're trying to say, and then we start to get louder. That's arguing. We're arguing. Like, I don't understand. Like, that's a nice way to put it, but neither one of us hears either one of us. So if we're talking at the same time, I can't hear you. You can't hear me. So what are we doing?
Yeah, for sure.
But communication definitely, I would say. So what do you think? Because with marriage, people think that there is supposed to be roles. Like, I don't want to do this and I don't want to do that. And some of these small things stop people from wanting to be in a relationship.
There are roles in a relationship, right? Are there gender specific roles? Are there general roles that the person is just supposed to play just because they're a man or woman or just because they're black or white, whatever it may be? No, but there are roles in a relationship. For example, from the outside looking in, right? From the outside looking in, people might look at our relationship, right? From the outside looking in, and they might feel like you run the show.
I don't know why.
Right? People might feel like that, but it's probably because the way me and you work is that you know what pushes me forward.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You know my strengths, you know my weaknesses, but you let me run the show. You absolutely let me run the show, but you're definitely my rock. Like, you're definitely the battery that's in my back. You help push me forward. And to them, it might look like, hey, well, she's pushing, again, she's pushing him. She's running the show, but it's really you submitting and allowing me to run the show and knowing exactly what I want and knowing that I do need you to kind of be my partner right next to me and help me lead this. I don't lead this thing by myself. Neither one of us really run the show. We run the show together. Yeah, absolutely.
It's a partnership. Definitely. I would say that I'm just a little bit more organized. I can't deal with flying at the seat of my pants. Like, I have to, I write everything down. I have 1,000 stickies, like, all over my office, everywhere. I have 1,000 stickies, and I'm more organized.
Mm-hmm.
And you're more, okay, well, let's just do it. But I'm like, okay, well, did we do this? Did we, so it's like we always say, it's how we complement each other. Like one of us is one element and one of us is the other, but we pair very nicely together. That's all. And even like, and I don't like when people just like, oh, well, Simone running it. I don't run anything. I'm the yin to your yang. That's all. And it's very much a partnership. And if you don't have that partnership, then what do you have? Like, you don't want to be in a dictatorship, whether it's the woman running the show or the man running the show. I don't want you to tell me, like, I'll ask you and I'll be like, hey, well, do you mind such and such? And if you don't, okay, well, let's talk about it. Especially if it's something that I really want to do. But like I've always said, like if I go into a situation thinking one way, you can always show me the different way to look at it.
Yeah.
So then it's just like, oh, okay, well, you're right. And then I may change what I want, or I can be like, well, this is the reason why I want to go and do X, Y, and Z.
So that brings me to a random question, right? So I hear a lot of people talking about women submitting, right? Women submitting to the man in a relationship. Should a man submit as well? Should a man be submitting to his wife as well? Of course, at that point, we need to ask people what submission is. What is submitting? But should both people in a relationship be submitting to each other? I think the answer is yes. I don't think that a woman should just be the only person that's submitting. That sounds weird to me. You're submitting to me, but I'm not submissive to you.
Well, submitting is accept or yield to a superior force or to the authority or will of another person.
Mm-hmm.
So I do believe that submission should be on both sides. Because if I'm only submitting to you, which is completely fine, but if I'm only submitting to you because you are the authority, because I feel like you are the head of the household, that's completely fine. But I like the fact that you do submit to me as well.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't make you weak, and that doesn't make me weak as well.
Read the definition one more time.
It says accept or yield to a superior force or to the authority or will of another person.
So not superior force, not authority. Some maybe in some cases authority, but definitely will, to the will of the other person. What is that other person's will? What do they will for you? What do they will for themselves? Because there are ways that, of course, you may submit to me in certain areas and I may submit to you in certain areas, right? So what city y'all in? We're in South Carolina. We won't tell you what city, but we're in South Carolina. For example, we have two children. They're both girls. They're both daughters. And raising our daughters, I submit to you in a lot of the decisions for our daughters. Like that's one area in our relationship where I'm submissive to you. When it comes to choosing a lot of things for them, I do submit to you. There are some things that I put my foot down for. But for the most part, I'm not a woman and I don't know what it's like to grow up as a woman. So I definitely lean on my wife and submit to you when it comes to like those womanly things, like what things are appropriate. I trust you. Like, of course, a father is going to have a difference in opinion or a difference in preference of like how, like dating and stuff like that. But I trust you that you know what my values are and that we share values in that sense. So, like I said, there are ways that I submit to you. Like that's one of the ways I submit to you.
Definitely.
We handle our finances together.
Yes.
I think,
but I mean, and that's to each its own, because some people are really bad with money. So some people
we're not outstanding with money.
We're not outstanding, but I mean, our bills be paid.
That's true.
They're definitely paid all the time. So, but we are able to keep our money in one spot and not really have to worry about someone spending without the other one knowing.
Oh my gosh, shared bank accounts? Do y'all have shared bank accounts out there? Spouses, do y'all have shared bank accounts? Some people
do not.
Single people, would you share a bank account with your husband or wife? Like, is that a thing? We have shared bank accounts since when? 2009?
Yeah, we've always had shared bank accounts until we weren't together.
We had shared and separate. and then we had shared only for a while, and then because we were separate, we had some separate. So we still have some separate bank accounts, but for the most part, all of our funds go into a shared accounts. Because some people, there are some relations, and it's obviously, here's the thing. Here's the main thing I always say about marriage and relationships. What works for us is not necessarily what's going to work for you. So it might work for us to share a bank account and all of our funds go together and, we pay all of our bills out of one account. For other people, it might work that, hey, you take care of the rent, I'll take care of all the other bills. You got your money, I got my money. If we need to go half skis on stuff, or if we need to have another account where we put money into to share, that's cool. But some people have trust issues with their money.
Yes, they do.
And again, if that works for you, if you guys have separate accounts and one person takes care of these bills and the other person takes care of other bills, and y'all are both cool with that, and y'all thrive like that, then who the fuck is to say that y'all should share a bank account?
One idea that I do miss is the whole 1950s when the woman would stay home and raise the kids.
You want to do that?
It's a nice idea. That's what I'm saying. It's a nice idea.
Your ass will be bored out of your mind.
It's like, this sucks. And the only thing is, here's these little raggedy kids.
We both done it.
We have. Mm-hmm. And after a while, you used to be like, I want to go to work.
I'm tired of cooking every day.
And cleaning.
I'm tired of cooking and cleaning every day.
But it's a nice thought after you are tired of working all the time. Just be like,
you know who likes it though?
Who likes
the person that's working? The person that's working loves to have a person at home that's cleaning and cooking. I love it. And she loved it when I did it.
I loved it when we moved out here and you did not have no job. I was like, oh, it's okay, babe. Because when I got home from work, this house was clean and that food was on the table every day. I was like, you can take your time on getting that job. You did.
I was sick of cleaning this.
I love me versus the house husband.
House husbanding is cool. It's cool for a little bit of time. After a while, it's really, really repetitive.
It is.
And annoying. And I'll just turn into the nagging dad at that point. I don't know. What else we got on the queue? We got was we talking about the rosters tonight?
We can talk about it.
So we wanted to talk about rosters, and this is
what is a roster?
This is leaning more towards the single people, right? So I know there's some single people watching. Rosters are basically, it's your team. It's your team of people that you have, not team of people, but your team of I don't want to say opposite sex because we don't judge, right? So, but it's your team of people that you mess with. It's a team of people that you talk with, that talk to you, that you mess with.
To the 2000s, it's your cuddy buddies.
Maybe that's the thing. Maybe your roster have a few people that's not cuddy buddies. I know that that's more likely for women than men, but it is. It is. Most of the time, men are not going to have any women on their roster that they're not sexually or trying to be sexually involved with. But I know women will have have men on their roster or whatever. Again, we don't judge. On their roster that they don't have sex with, or they might not even be sexually attracted to. He might think she is sexually attracted to him, but all he knows is that she called him up. It's, let's say, let's go out for dinner. They go out for dinner and nothing happen.
Guys always think that a woman is being sexually attracted to them when that's not even the case. Like, one thing I don't understand, and I guess you taught me, was just because I say that you smell good does not mean I want your balls.
It means you want fuck.
It does not mean that. If I walk past
telling you what men
and I just be like, oh, you smell good, or
I'm just telling you,
your shoes is dope, or I like that shirt. That is a mere compliment. That is it. That doesn't mean that I'm trying to get horizontal. That just means that you smell good. Men's
brains be like, when I told you this and it manifested into something, and you was like, what? Like, I think you was right. Yes. When you tell a man, hey, you smell good. Oh, she wants to D.
Why? Why does that why is it up here and it automatically just goes down to she trying to get horizontal?
She wants to D. Oh, I like your little suit combination today with the little tie and whatever. Okay, she wants to D.
How about you actually just look nice?
Mm-hmm. you think I look nice because you want to.
I don't understand.
What are we talking about here? This is what this. I'm telling you, you compliment most. But this is most men, not all men. I'm not putting everybody out there like that because some men are emotionally intelligent, right? Some men don't do this, but for the most part, most men. There are a lot of men out there that if you give them a compliment or if you give them attention, they think you want them.
That doesn't make any sense to me because a lot of people. Okay. The reason why people look nice most of the time is for themselves, but they also look nice because I want to look nice and I want to show the world that I look nice. And how do I know that I look nice is when people tell me that I look nice. So it's not even just men, it's men and women. So if I see someone with some cute hair, yes. Okay, hair. Okay, we doing it. It's the same thing if I see a guy with nice shoes. Shoes are dope.
Women get complimented more than men though. So you get that in abundance.
Okay, but even when you're at work, it's just like you can walk by someone and you like or someone can walk past you, just like, oh, you smell good. That's it. Oh, okay. Well, why wouldn't you go and be like, oh, you know what? This new lotion I put on is pretty dope. Why does it have to be automatically we getting horizontal? No, it's not. Okay. It could just be that you smell nice.
I'm going to go ahead and save Asia's comment for a second while we get off of this, what we're on right now. What she said, absolutely friend when you're trying to do all that. Yep.
I'm done.
What Screw said, nah, it's low. Nah, it's how some females be saying it. Yeah, it be all in that. One time I had a homie, right? We was riding, right? He was in the passenger seat. I was driving, right? He saw this girl sitting on a bench at a park, right? He saw this girl sitting on a bench at a park that we was riding past, right? Mm-hmm. He was like, oh, snap. He was like, y'all see that girl sitting on that bench? I was like, nah, we didn't see her. He was like, yo, she wants some D. She looking for D, right? I was like, what? What are you talking about? He was like, pull over. He hops out. He goes talk to her. He comes back to the house 3 hours later. He hit. He was right.
She's fast.
He was right.
She was fast.
But it was just funny because I was like,
don't get me wrong, because a lot of women have had our fast days where she may have wanted some D. But that doesn't mean that everyone, you know what? When I used to have rosters, what used to bake my beans, penis pictures.
So
don't
send that's the thing, right?
Me
Queens don't.
No penis picture.
So you was getting penis pictures back when flip phones, before smartphones and cameras and stuff. So you was getting like pixelated penis pictures, right?
Yes.
He was getting like
I can't stand it either. I can't stand an unwarranted penis picture. Like when we took our hiatus and you just start talking to people or whatever. It's like, hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? Oh, okay. What's your name? What you like to do? When you started that bull crap conversation from the beginning, next thing you know, fifth message, penis picture. Honestly, I feel like once you've seen one penis, you've seen them all. Like, why are you? I do not like unsolicited penis pictures.
Niggas might have been able to get them shits off, like be front and back, but the cameras was blurry. This shit is HD now, fam. Your shit is HD now. You better not be no blemish. Anyway,
well, okay, we are completely
so that's what's so different about men and women, because I don't know any men that's gonna turn down like a nice little titty picture, nice little boob pic. It's cool. Send them through, right?
Okay, and that's fine. But if we're not even on the subject of having sex, if I'm just like, hey, how you doing? Oh, I'm fine. Oh, what's your name? Oh, my name is blah blah blah.
Dick.
And then you're like, oh, next message, he messaged me back.
Dick.
Penis. That is gonna make me
sometimes
just be
you gotta
like,
put
nah.
it on the table.
First of all, if it's see, I'm
just fucking with you.
It's a lot wrong with that, because a lot of people think that they have well-endowed penises.
So that's never worked.
And you don't.
You are, all the ladies out there, you've never received an unsolicited picture and it was like, ooh, okay.
If you're on back to rosters. If you're on that level where you just like, okay, you know what? I'm trying to smash. It is how o'clock. It's about 3:00 in the morning. All right, bet. We all know what we come here for. Okay. And then if the conversation leads to what we're trying to do and you get a penis picture, then it's just like, okay, hold on, let me see if this is worth my time. Oh, okay. And if it's not, you're gonna be like, I didn't got sleepy.
So what? Oh, so you fell asleep. Oh wow.
I didn't get.
Oh wow. Oh my bad. I fell asleep last night.
If a girl falls asleep after she's seen your penis picture, it was not it. Free gems. Don't go to the Switch. It's a shame that you knew where that button was.
I know where all the buttons are. It ain't it, bro. That ain't it.
If she went to sleep after your penis picture, it won't hit. Like, absolutely not. If you send the penis picture and then the next message you get is I'm on my way, then you got her. But if you send a penis picture and you don't get no messages back, she done showed all her friends. They're laughing.
Oh yeah, guys, y'all stupid if y'all think the dick pics ain't in the group chat, in the friends group chat. It's in there. It's in there. It's in there, fam. It's how fast does it go in the group chat?
It depends. Like if so rosters. If it's your main cut, like if this is the one that I be smashing all the time, ain't nobody gonna see that. That's me. That's for me.
Yeah, keep that on low.
Yeah, because I don't need you to know what is happening over here, because then you gonna want to know.
I keep that between
what the
legs,
motion
right?
in the open ocean is like, and that's none of your business. Even though we're not a fish show, and that's still nah. But if it's just a wham bam thank you officer, then oh yeah. Or especially if you not trying to smash, but he think that he gonna smash, and you just be like, nah, you're not gonna smash, but he just be like, yeah, I am gonna smash, and he keeps sending you the pictures. Then yeah, that's definitely in the group chat.
Shout out to Cadillac. He said he was casting his worm, trying to see if he get a bite. So rosters are a little different for men and women. I know that we have different things that we may want on our roster. When do you decide to let the roster go? Because that's tough.
Hold on, you going too fast. You going too fast. So what are roster rules?
Roster rules. You mean like, okay. So
like no kissing.
That's up to you.
Or
that's up to you.
Don't ask me no questions. Like, where you been? How you doing? Where are you? Yeah, you definitely frozen. Oh Lord, technical difficulty. Like, where have you been? Like, you ain't text me all day and blah blah blah. Don't ask me no questions. We're not together. That's a roster rule. Well, I mean, but like you said, it is definitely. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. Go ahead.
But it's definitely, I guess it's built on preference. So what would you think a roster rule would be? Did you have any back in the day? Did you have any roster rules?
So I was sloppy with my roster. Like, I didn't have a in-depth roster. Like, my bench wasn't deep. You know what I'm saying? Like, my bench wasn't deep. Like, you got the starting lineup, not too many subs. But that was also because like I was like a serial relationship guy. So I was so, look, now your camera's frozen. I was so stingy that
it didn't even like freeze on a good I'm not even looking cute.
Oh, it snapped back. Okay. All right, cool. I was so stingy that I wanted everybody on my roster to be my only, for me to be their only. That was the type of trifling shit I was on.
See, because you're a relationship guy. And that's why. And I was not a relationship person. So don't treat me like we in a relationship if we not.
But that was messy though, because you can't juggle that many people and they all not know about each other, and you not like You know what I'm saying?
That's why it should be a number one rule is to tell the truth.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
So it's just like, of course, don't ask me. That's why don't ask me no questions, because you're going to get your feelings hurt. Because if you ask me, are you the only one? I'm going to tell you no. But then again, I'm going to be like, why does it matter? Why are you in my business?
That's cool if, nigga not the only one.
But I mean, don't treat the relationship as if it's a relationship. Like, we know what you're here for. And that's it. It's a wham bam, thank you, officer transaction.
Yeah, niggas ask questions. Niggas ask, but that's the thing. Niggas ask questions. Well, people, but I'm just speaking for niggas wise. Niggas ask questions they don't want to know the answers to. What's your body count? That's the answer that you don't really want to know the answer to, fam.
But it is a legitimate question.
Why? Why should a man be worried about how many men she slept with?
Because it could be detrimental for you.
She could have slept with one and that pussy could be on fire.
Very true. But that brings us to the next question. How big is too big of a roster?
It depends on so again, if you're saying that you're sleeping with everybody in your roster, then it could get too big really fast.
So,
but if you're not sleeping with everybody in your roster, if you're only sleeping with 2 people on your roster and you got like 6 people on your roster, that's not too many people. 10 people on your roster, again, because I know y'all women, y'all got utility niggas. Like y'all got utility niggas. Like this the nigga that'll come and fix my sink if my sink's messed up. This the dude that'll come bring me some medicine if I'm sick in bed. This the dude that I need. To get my D appointments, like all of my D appointments.
The bring your food roster person.
He's the clutch guy.
Women are always hungry.
Well,
food is our love language.
It's part of the human experience, right? To eat.
No, women are hungry creatures. Most of the time, because a lot of women are always dieting or whatever the case may be. They gotta watch their figure and all that other stuff. So it's like most of the time, women are always hungry. So if you have that person that will not only get the food but bring it to you, okay, I see you, food boy.
Food
boy. But it should matter though, as far as her body count. I don't understand why that wouldn't matter, because if you was like, oh, what's your body count, and she say 500,
that's a lot.
That's not gonna bother you.
That's a lot. I got homies that I think don't know their body counts though.
Sure.
What's a crazy number to you? 100?
Yeah. Because me growing more with the Lord, I believe in soul ties. So when you think back on how many people you got horizontal with, and you could have, some of them people, you only wanted them for that one moment. And then when you realize that the D wasn't good from the beginning, you don't want your soul tied to that.
Is 100 crazy for famous people? Is 100 crazy for Drake?
I think 100 is crazy for anybody.
For anybody?
100 is a lot. That's a lot of D that has entered your body, and that is a lot of caverns that you have entered. It's a lot going on.
Is 100 a lot for Prince?
Prince is a lot in itself. Sorry, Sean, but Prince is a lot in itself. 100 is if you trying to talk to somebody and you like, yeah, we getting serious, and you like, what's your body count? 100. We going to the clinic tomorrow.
Where'd y'all eat at, Lady Tay?
What's in your cup?
Soul ties for sure. Yeah, man.
But and just to think that you have soul ties with 100 people, and again, some of those people were not worthy of you getting horizontal with.
So if they weren't worthy, do they still count?
Yeah, if they I know where you're going.
Magic question.
Go ahead.
What doesn't count? What bodies don't count? This is what niggas want to know. This is what niggas want to know.
I think if you did not penetrate, it does not count.
So every penetration counts.
Okay. If we're thinking in the eyes of the Lord,
okay,
yeah, you're doing wrong. We all doing wrong. But if you know we're going by your own rule, I think me personally, I can't speak for nobody else, but if you did not penetrate, then you know it's just child play. But sorry, if you penetrated, no matter how bad it was, it's you. That's part of your number. What would you say?
What, bodies don't count?
Do you say bodies don't count?
Nah, niggas count everybody's. Niggas will start counting bodies based off of like, if like I don't know, but nah, definitely every penetration, mouth count as a body.
What?
Yep, mouth count as a body. I definitely slid you for sure.
If you got some top and you talking about,
that's a body.
That's not a body.
That's a body. I slid you definitely. I definitely slid that. Hand jobs is bodies. That's a body. I slid that for sure.
See, this is why women be like, nope.
Oh man. But nah, yeah, for sure. Any sex is a body for men. I think men are gonna count those unless they didn't want to. Unless they're ashamed of you for sure.
Asia is dumb. I can't. But she threw me off. That's hilarious. I don't know.
Do you count that as a body? If you got
some top?
Yes. That was a crazy pee on your top.
No, I don't.
You don't count that as a body?
If you didn't penetrate, I do not.
So have you ever gotten top from somebody that you didn't have vaginal sex with, I guess?
This is turned.
This is okay.
This is turned.
Yeah, this is.
But
is it too personal? Is that an invasive question?
Ask me anything. But no, I honestly was not a give me top type person back in the day. I just felt like it was too personal for me. So I mean, I really wasn't. And I guess you don't know how misunderstood you are until you find the person that can do what they're supposed to do correctly.
Gotcha.
And then you just like, you know what? I was misinformed.
Gotcha.
But yeah, no. I mean, if it did is no.
Okay.
Because that's gonna lead you.
But you didn't have grade A in those days. You didn't have no grade A in those days. So I get what you're saying. No. So it's just like, let's do something else.
Yes.
Do something else.
Yes.
This ain't working. All right.
Can you keep your cuddy buddies as friends?
Oh, amazing topic. No.
I think yes.
No.
I think yes.
I think the answer
Why
is
do you
no.
think it's no?
So so what we're asking is, can you keep people that you had on your roster or people that you've had sex with? Can you convert them and keep them as friends while you're in a committed relationship with somebody else? Right? That's what we're asking, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why do I say no? Because soul ties. Because if we're gonna subscribe to the phrase and the ideology of soul ties, then you have a soul tie with that person, and if you're keeping them around, that soul tie doesn't go away. Obviously, the soul tie never goes away, but it definitely dissipates if you guys don't have any contact, right? So I would say keeping that person as a friend, to me, comes off as if you're keeping that person close in case you need that, what you guys had before again.
I honestly don't believe that. I mean, I get it for yourself, but I mean, for me personally, I wouldn't. I mean, I've been friends with people that I've cut before.
I feel like I'm sliding further and further down in my seat.
But I've been friends with people that I've either talked to in that way or that we have gone the distance before. And I think it's going to go as far as you will allow it to go. If you know that you're not going there no more and you really, was cool friends, I don't see why you cannot be friends. And if if the other person crosses the line and then it's just like, all right, I see that we can't be friends. But it's not because of me.
Who is Facebook user?
I don't know. I was looking at that.
They're probably on a page that's not accepting the what you call it, or they haven't accepted. It's time for the kids to do the dishes. They get a break tonight because we potted and we kicked them out. You all right?
I was reading a comment.
Oh, okay. Shout out to the homie Atari Stackhouse too.
But yeah, I mean, I personally again believe that you can, but it's all based on, you know, the transparency of the situation. I've cut some really cool friends, and I mean, they were cool friends before, and then they may have gone where you went horizontal with them, and most of the time you only go horizontal once because it may not have been that good, and it's like, you know what, you better off as a friend, and you can be friends for years and years. It's like, it's fine, but again, it only. But then if you have that person who's always just trying to slide on you, just like, oh, you know, that's not a friendship, and you're only trying to get horizontal with me again. And no, we can't. You got to know when to dead it, in my opinion.
Oh, that's Rick. What up, Rick?
What up, folks?
Gang.
That's Rick or whatever.
OOB gang.
No, oh yeah, he did put. This is not OOB. So simmer down.
Oob.
So childish because I really laughed.
Oob gang. All right. So yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying. I think, you know, in that, you know, taking in what you're saying and thinking about how my point of view on it is, I guess it just depends. I guess it just depends on the person if they're able to cut that specific version of their relationship off, if you're actually able to convert that. Because maybe my stance and my point of view on it is coming from a place of lack of control on my part, to where I might feel as though if I kept somebody on as a friend like that, that I might not have the self-control to block that part of our relationship off.
And I can maybe that.
Maybe it roots from a place like that. You know what I'm saying?
And that's understandable.
I am not currently I'm not currently friends with any other woman that I've slept with. None of them.
Right.
So
on.
maybe that's a me thing. I don't know.
I mean, I don't speak with them all the time. I mean, some of them are like Facebook friends or something like that, but nobody that I really communicate with.
You're not uncordial.
Right. Mm-hmm. But it's also like, what do we need to talk about also? But I feel like we're married. So I believe in full transparency. Like, if I do end up talking to someone that was my cuddy buddy for whatever reason, saying happy birthday, saying whatever the case may be, I'm not deleting messages. I'm not, you know, I'm not doing this and I'm not doing that, because it's not that kind of party. So when you start moving different, then it's just like, what's going on? But if it's just like something that you talked about or whatever the case may be, why wouldn't it be there?
Yeah.
So, I mean, we're married is like, again, it's transparency. So anything that I do or say, you know about it.
Yeah.
Which brings me to, I mean, we should probably start
getting ready to wrap up. Yep.
We should, because it brought me to another.
Let's read a couple of these comments. We had a couple of long ones. Honestly, I don't think it's plausible to be friends with somebody you cut while in a relationship, because for me, I'm territorial. Facts. The second I find out you had what's mine, I need my fade. I don't care if it was 15 years ago. What? I need my fade. Talk that shit. I'm very territorial. That brings me to something else as well. I'll put a pin in it. Hopefully I'll remember it.
No, go ahead and say what you gotta say, because you will forget.
Okay. That brings me to another thing too. Men, y'all can tell me if y'all agree with me or not. Women, y'all can tell if y'all agree with me or not. Me personally, I think it is very important that if me and you walk into a room of people and there's a man in that room that you've had sex with, that you need to tell me that. I think it's very important that you tell me that.
And I know
I'm not going to start nothing with the guy like Tari said, you got to run a fade, whatever. I'm not going to start nothing with that guy, but I need to know that you guys had went there. Because you never know. Like let's just extreme it, right? Let's keep it extreme, right? Let's just say we walk into a party and Carmelo Anthony's there, right? And you had sex with Carmelo Anthony before, right?
You gotta have a ring first, and he don't. So
we're just okay. Dwight Howard. No, I'm fucking with you. No, I'm joking.
So I just have no taste. You walk into the room
anyway,
and
you walk into and
you see Method Man. Make it realistic. Go ahead. Next. Go, come on.
Did
Example.
y'all see how she said that? Did y'all see how she said his name? I didn't like it. I didn't like it anyway. So anyway, and I'm just like, yo, Meth, bro, I came to bring the pain hardcore to the yay, Meth, my nigga, yo, what's up, bro? Like, bro, telling you what you was doing in Power, bro. That shit was fire. You know what I'm saying? I got all the Wu-Tang albums. You know what I'm saying? Wu, like, bro, you was the best member in Wu-Tang, bro.
Okay, but
like,
see, but so hold on, because when you're doing all of this, first of all, how do you even know? How would I know that Meth was even there? And then if you see me, you are.
We walked into the party together.
How we know? And then you hella hyped. So when would I have time to be like, oh no, wait, come back. We gotta talk first. Like you can't be that hyped. Like calm down. But see, and that sucks though, because what if y'all could have been cool friends, and now I just be like, oh yeah, just let you know,
we can still be cool. That's the thing. We can still be cool friends. We can still be cool friends if I know this already. So so if
you would have known that from the beginning, would you have came in hot like you did?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I would have not came in hot. I'd be like, yo, Meth, oh, I didn't even see you over there, bro. What's up, man? You good? You good? Oh, okay, yeah. You still making music, or you okay, you retired? Okay, got you. Bad. Oh, I seen the yeah, you in Power too, right? You was in yeah. Why Matt? I was wondering why Red ain't in it. That's what I really was. I was fucking with Red.
I caught a couple episodes.
But yeah, nah. So like here's how finicky this is, right? If I know before speaking to this person and possibly building a relationship with this person, if I know beforehand that you guys had, sex in the past, right? And I know the extent of your relationship then and the extent of your relationship now, it's possible that we can still be friends there as long as there's nothing that I feel like there's nothing with you, there's nothing with that person, right?
Is it only because he's famous?
No, not at all. Not at all. I just use this as like an extreme, right? This is an extreme example. But if I didn't know and I addressed this person and we became cool, and then later you told me that y'all had slept together and y'all had this relationship, the relationship is completely sullied and has to be ended immediately. I can't be cool with this guy.
But that's understandable, because I definitely know that that's how you are. You're just not a don't let me walk into a situation blind type person.
Absolutely. Because at that point, I feel like you two, y'all know something about each other that I don't know. There's an inside joke that I'm not inside of. So once I find out, then I'm gonna be looking at it like, oh, all of those times that you was like, oh, you're so funny, blah blah. Like, was that really like, you know what I'm saying? Like you start to play all this shit back in your head, like, oh, was there some little shit? You know what I'm saying? If I know, then I can look at shit like that early on and be like, oh no, it's nothing. Plus, also, you get trust points if you give me that information without me needing to know it. I don't need to know it. I just want to know it. I feel like that's required for me. You don't have to tell me that. You can not have no feelings for this person. Y'all cannot see each other in that fashion. You can never give him that energy. He can never give you that energy. That could be a closed chapter in your life, and you're never going to see that person. Exactly. So you don't have to give it to me. But the fact that you're giving me that information for my sake, because you know that that's something I value, that gets trust points for you.
And that's definitely, I know that that's how you are. So if that was ever a situation, I know that would be the way that we would move. Just off top. I know that that's very important to you.
Okay. What was Asia's comment? I couldn't, simply because when I'm done, I just drop the mic and walk off. I don't do closure conversations. You were not my person. No questions.
And that's understandable as well. I mean, I've never, it's not really back in the day, I wasn't really a one night stand type person. Probably most of my cuts were people that I was friends with. So I have no problem with going back to be your friend, but it's hard for other people to be your friend. Also, you're absolutely right. It's like we were not that's where it comes with the no questions and all of that. It just gets murky. It's just like we don't need to murky the waters. Like, you are not my dude. So we do not have, I don't owe you no explanation. Don't ask me where I've been. Don't ask me what I've been doing. Don't ask me who I was doing it with for what.
So it don't matter that I need closure.
I mean, we could talk about it, but we ain't gonna talk about it for too long. Like, for what? You are not my dude. So
it's cut, by the way.
What are we really? What closure do you need? Especially when it was a wham bam thank you officer transaction. What exactly do we need to talk about? Yeah. Why? No.
Okay.
Them conversations make my ass itch. Like, ugh.
Tough conversations or what?
No, like, you're not my dude. So what do we do? I hate those conversations. Like, that brings us to communication. And that's why one thing it was hard for us to do when we got together, because again, I wasn't a relationship person. So when we got together and then when we are, married, and then it comes to, conversing in conversations, and you are more of a conversationalist than I am. You want to talk about it.
I won't talk.
I do not. So I learned, that you need to talk. So, okay, fine. We're going to talk. But how I'm set up is I tend to go from 0 to 7 real quick, and I get on the defensive. And sometimes I can't talk about it because I'm just like, okay, it comes to, oh, well, we're going to argue. But in all actuality, I feel like I'm going to argue because I'm on the defensive, or for whatever reason that we're having a sit down and a conversation if it gets serious. So I go and diffuse, and then we come back. But learning to converse has definitely been something that has been like a road that I needed to travel, because I at one point in time I couldn't stand talking. Like, we gotta talk again. God,
so you used to hate hearing it. Can we need to talk?
I hate hear. That was one thing. Even I don't care who says it though. Even if it was my mom and she's like, we have to have a talk. What I do? Like, I'm just not the type of person that wants to talk.
Yeah.
I'm just not a talker. So I appreciate you because, you help chisel away some of those barriers, and I'm able to converse.
There's a lot of chiseling too. I broke the chisel and had to like get another chisel to start chiseling some more.
I'm glad that you felt like that was necessary. Okay. All right, brother.
I'm gonna pay for that later on tonight. Probably, right?
Of course not, babe.
Of course not. Hold on, I got a button for that.
Go ahead, press a button that's gonna get you in trouble.
Stop the cap.
That I'm gonna pay for?
Yes, your little stink buttons.
Okay. I'm sorry. You hear me?
I hear you.
Don't ignore me on camera.
I am reading a comment.
All right, so we good? I think we good, right?
We are good. See, this is what every time we be like, okay, we just gonna do a little bit, and then we end up just conversing.
Yeah, we're supposed to keep this between 45 minutes and an hour. That was our goal, but I think we're good.
Thanks, boo.
We appreciate you guys. 100 for tuning in with us. All of the people that locked in with us. We definitely appreciate y'all. We are going to be opening again whenever we're on here. Friday nights, you guys can ask us any questions that y'all want to ask us. Y'all can ask us for relationship advice. We're just two people who've been married for 13 years,
which is why we are able to talk about old rosters and anything else. Like, I said it a couple times during the show, but we're transparent. So if there's anything that you want to talk about in our future podcasts, you can always send us messages and we can talk about it, or you can always join in and we will answer your questions. And
we'll be watching our DMs in the future for anybody. If you want to talk about something anonymously, you don't want to, if you want to talk about, something, a debate that's going on in your house right now, or that with your relationship or whatever it is, if you want to just talk about your specific situation and get advice just from two people who are experienced with dealing with each other, you can absolutely do that. Again, we aren't professionals at giving relationship advice. You
just gonna get our honest answers.
Absolutely.
And it's so honest that we may write down the topic, but we will not converse with each other about it until we crack the mics.
Yeah, we just write the topics.
Authentic answers. We don't go over answers. We don't say, okay, what are you going to say? No, we crack the mics and say, this is what, and then we just go at it. So
absolutely.
I appreciate y'all. I've never done a live before.
Yeah. This is her first time doing the podcast live. This is season 2. This is the beginning of season 2 of our podcast. It's funny that we're calling this season 2 because I feel like we are in a new season of our lives, in a new season of our our podcast lives as well. So I wanted to do this different. I pushed for a video podcast, and then the live thing came in a little later because we just have the capabilities. So I'm glad we're doing this. I'm glad we warmed up. And you guys made it all feel worth it because you guys were here commenting, talking to us about the topics and chiming in. That made this worth it. That made me feel like this was the right decision for us to do this so that we can kind of share with you guys here.
Yeah, because I forgot. I came down here. I had the bonnet on, the robe, slippers, no bra. And I was like,
she came down and saw cameras and was like,
I was like, okay, we're getting started. And I looked around.
She was like, wait, we're going to be on camera? I'm like, babe, we talked about this. I told you we was going to be on camera. I told you we was going to do the live. We're going to be live?
I was like, back upstairs.
Yes, babe. Like,
snatch the bonnet off. I was like, oh my gosh.
So look out for everything in the future. We will be back next Friday night around the same time.
And I am so excited for our guests.
Yes.
So if you would like to be a guest, please let us know. We are definitely going to have Cadillac Ron and his lovely wife. We're going to have Lady Tay and Folk.
Yes.
And anyone else.
Our children will make guest appearances.
They want to, which they ain't got no relationships. Like, what do you need to be down here for? Did you always trying to be in grown?
Parenting is part of relationships. The parenting is a very important.
We see them every day.
Your kids play a big role in your relationship. Like kids break up and keep relationships together.
We'll
talk about that.
That is facts. I love them, even though I had the stink face. I love them so much, but they may be on some later episodes.
Oh, yeah. Well, they might get a chance.
But I appreciate y'all. I had fun. Did you have fun, babe?
I definitely had fun. Shout out to everybody that tuned in. Shout out to Asia, who's probably the MVP of tonight. She was definitely tapped in with us pretty much the whole show.
Appreciate
shout out to Lady Tay, who's watching. Shout out to shout out to the homie Atari. Shout out to Ricky T in the place to be. Who else was in here tonight? Who else was in here? Yeah,
Auntie,
Asia was all up in. Shout out to Auntie for sure. Shout out to the homie Cadillac Ron, who was in here heavy tonight as well. We appreciate y'all. Yeah, man, as this thing goes on, we definitely want to start rewarding people for staying in and staying tapped in with us. We love y'all, man. We appreciate all of the support. If y'all don't already, definitely go follow our Facebook page for Better or Worse Podcast. And yeah, keep it player. Keep it player.
I was gonna say I love you, but I mean,
you know what we used to do on season 1.
We did. I figured that we wouldn't do it now because we live and stuff. So
let's do it. Let's do it. You don't want to do it?
I mean, we can't want to.
Do you want to?
I don't.
It was a staple. It was a staple in season 1. So let's keep it. Let's keep the energy. Okay. I like that, and I think it sets a good example, right? Because we always want to make sure that we leave with love. So we did a thing last season. Every episode we leave with love. We basically we just a segment of our show. How we end, we just tell each other something that we love about the other person.
Well, I love how transparent we can be. We have gone through a lot over our last 17 years we've been together.
17 years.
But we've gone through a lot, and I love the space that we're in now. I love how we can be transparent. We can talk about old ways, and we can talk about things that are current and how far we've traveled and how much we've come past this old ragged glass filled just stick of brow road that we traveled. But I love that. I love how we can be transparent, and I love the transparency. So I love you, and I love your booty, because that thing be thinking like it's poking out. That thing be thinking back. Okay. So other than loving your booty, because it is a blessing, but I love you, and I love. No, I'm not. I could do too much because that, but
Okay. So what I love about you is I love your smile for one. I feel like your smile makes my heart smile. That's real talk. Like it makes me feel good. I love how caring you are. Today, last night before we went to bed, I complimented how great of a mom I feel like you are. I love how great of a mom you are. I feel like I can trust you as my counterpart. Like I feel like if I wasn't here, like I feel like our children would be okay without me because you're here. I love your Christmas time spirit.
Y'all, Christmas.
I love your Christmas time spirit. You get into the Christmas spirit. You give so much. And you don't look to receive in return. I think that's wonderful about you. I love your eyes.
Baby, you can't say everything tonight. What we gonna say next Friday?
I think it's something.
You want to leave with okay. You want to leave with love. We gotta leave some stuff. I can't tell you everything I love about you because we got next week.
Okay, well,
because I don't want you to be giving me 10 things today, and the next week you only give me 3, and I'm be like,
nah,
where
son,
the other 7?
Like, nah, son, where the rest of it at?
It was
okay. That's not supposed to happen. Okay, well, that is that. I'll leave you with that. I'll leave everyone with that type of love. With the comments that we get before we get up out of here.
But I appreciate y'all. This has definitely been fun.
Yeah. You definitely gonna come on, Atari. Definitely talk to wifey so we can lock in dates. We definitely gonna be looking to lock in dates. So there's certain people in these comments that definitely, you definitely want to look in your inbox soon because we will be hitting y'all up to get it cracking. I enjoyed myself. See y'all next week. Definitely thank you, Asia. We really appreciate you for sticking in, and we're glad that you like the content. We're just fucking being ourselves in here. Being ourselves in our living room on our amazing couch that we love so much.
I love this couch.
She said she with it. Hey, so we're going to get the shits. We'll get to meet Miss Atari. You get to meet Atari for the first time as well.
What is her name?
Her name is Miss Atari.
No, it's not versus wife.
It's Miss Atari. Like your name was Miss Verse.
No.
Versus wife.
What is her name? Please, sir. Oh, I need to know.
Atari, what's your wife? What's your queen's name?
But nevertheless, I do appreciate y'all. We're just trying to better ourselves and
we're gonna
love the Lord in the process.
We're gonna do some other stuff too. So we might get into having game nights as well, like couple battles and battle of the sexes. Like we might get into doing like some game nights as well. That might be something that we do outside of the show. But definitely y'all stay locked in. We're gonna be creating a lot of content coming up. A lot of content.
We are. And I'm gonna try to I post a lot about the Lord because I love me some Jesus. I truly do. So that's only on my personal page. So on For Better or Worse, maybe we can do some more couple stuff. Thank you, Atari, because I saw the name and I was really about to be like, I don't want to butcher it and that because I just think it's so disrespectful when people butcher names and they just don't care. So is it Sashawn? Sashawn? Okay.
Looks right.
See, right, so man. Call her Sashawn, not Miss Atari.
Okay.
But there's more to come, and we will see you guys
next week. I'm gonna leave you guys with a little number. This is just a little number.
You better play it, baby. You better do that.
This is just a little number. Hold up now. Hey, new VA verse. This is off the project Legacy. This is called Nobody But You, dedicated to my wonderful, illustrious queen. Y'all go check out this project. Definitely go stream this right now. Yes, I am self-promoting on my own platform. We pay for all this equipment. I'm promoting myself. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in right now.
Up while you do it. Other side. There you go.
Tap in if you want to get her novel that she did. The Game Isn't Only for Boys. Shout out to her. We out of here. Beyond measure, discovered the finest treasures. This just in, we in sync like our hearts is tethered. Love letters left for you up on the dresser. I never let the next nigga beat me at applying pressure. That's real. Yeah. You know how you make me feel. Dead guilty, I could take a plea deal. Yeah. Let's embrace it. This shit we have is sacred.